Welcome once again, family. This is Live with Chatufa. We are looking once again at Mozambique, our neighbors. The neighbors in Mozambique have given themselves to the war. They are fighting, they are standing, they are blocking roads, they are picketing in the streets, putting pressure on the Frelimo government that stole the election with the help of Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. With SADC also turning a blind eye on Mozambique and other people that are also found to be interfering, like Paul Kagame sending his own military also flooding them in the streets of Mozambique. All these are things that are happening. A pseudo and false army of about 2,000 soldiers that we heard about have also been released into the streets of Mozambique. And in the past 2 days, 3 days, we have seen the escalation of shootings with many people losing their lives, and it really is becoming quite a big threat to human life in Mozambique. Security forces invade cemetery where citizens were burying a shot comrade in Mozambique. And this is really very sad. This is pathetic. The very security forces that have killed this individual, this comrade, are the ones that are coming again to disrupt a funeral. At times, when we look at some of the activities or actions of these rogue liberation parties, we tend to see that these people really have lost humanity. They've lost Ubuntu. When you kill somebody and then you again are the person that goes to disrupt a funeral procession, really, I don't know. You know, there are times that at times people need to respect the dead and to know that there are boundaries and limits that we cannot cross. No matter what happens, we are supposed to respect boundaries because death is a reality for everyone. Everyone is going to die. Who would want to die and then during their funeral, people will run away because some people have come to attack them and you remain unburied? Who would ever want that to happen in their own, or rather on their own funeral? So this is what we are talking about, that you know, the level of barbarism that we are seeing now happening in Mozambique is beginning to be very worrisome. And this is exactly the attitude of Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. And I can bet you that Nyusi right now is getting most of his advices from Mnangagwa. And the kind of attitude and behavior of some of the security forces there, you can tell that this is really the very attitude and behavior of ZANU-PF back home. So I just want us to see a short video, just a short one, of what happened at the cemetery where they were burying a comrade, and all of a sudden the police had to show up and started disrupting what was happening. Sidia Chisungo says this video shows the exact moment security forces invaded the cemetery where residents of Resano Garcia were doing the funeral of Mano Shota 30, shot dead, live on Facebook by security forces on Thursday. We can see here the crowd running gunshots and the men recording saying they were tear gassed as well. And this is really unfortunate and very sad development. So this is the video of what transpired at that funeral.
Gás lacrimogêneo nesse momento.
So that's what is happening. Like I was saying, that at times, you know, we don't need to politic to the point of forgetting that we are humans, that we must respect the dead, that we must also remember that we are, despite our differences and our fights, humanity still needs to be observed. Ubuntu still needs to be observed. We are Africans. We are not animals. But unfortunately, these are the behaviors that we see within these parties that want to call themselves liberation parties. What kind of a liberator would want to kill people that have gone together to bury a departed one, especially being the ones that killed them again? So this is really too much. And this is actually totally out of hand and unacceptable, especially for Frelimo and ZANU-PF. These are some of the things, family, that we continue to talk about. And we say that our God watches over such things. And when we see these men and women in ZANU-PF, in Frelimo, and all these other parties beginning now to lose favor with the people, beginning now to collapse and lose elections, beginning to become unfavorable, unpopular, and unwanted, it is all thanks to such kind of behavior. Tell me, how many people, even if Frelimo were to continue ruling, how many people from those that were at that cemetery will forget that incident? And how many would want to continue to support or to vote Frelimo again? Those are the very same things that these people have done from the beginning. They started messing up things. They started making, mistakes that were foolish. And they did not want to quickly correct the problems. They started to use force on the people. That was the wrong move from the onset. ZANU-PF, Frelimo should never have started to force people into doing things, because that brews resistance. And the kind of resistance that we are seeing in Mozambique is exactly what we are talking about. It's resistance that is brewed because of oppression. People have been oppressed for a very long time, and they want to take back their power from oppression, from dictatorships. So this is what it is, family. It's really very unfortunate and very sad for the Mozambican security forces to get to such law. That was law, and that's what exactly we call law. So we are watching to see what happens on the 23rd, as the elections in Mozambique are going to be finally announced. The final result of the election, that is, we are going to find out how the masses are going to react. We are going to also hear whether demonstrations are going to be escalating to the higher level, or maybe a new president will be coming in, as they've declared on the 15th of January 2025. So this is really quite very interesting what we see happening in our neighboring countries. But what we continue to say is, let's continue to pray for our loved ones in these nations. Let's continue to include them as we pray for Zimbabwe. Let's include them too in our prayers, so God would also remember and bring liberty to their countries. Family, I really thank you so much for the support, and also for liking, for sharing, for commenting. Tell us what you think about what is happening in Mozambique. Thank you so much, even for introducing others to this platform. And as always, as I say, when you are not in a hurry, try by all means not to skip adverts, both on this platform and also even on Chatufy Television Production. Remain blessed, family, till we meet in the upcoming show. Shalom.